Hey there, Tracy here with another video for Kendra's Card Challenge number 18 with sketches 2, 13, and 15. And if you're not familiar with Kendra's Card Challenge, it is a challenge where you make, this time, 18 cards with 6 sheets of paper. And today our super sponsor is Crafty Critta. Thanks, guys! All right, so I'm going to be using everything they sent me. So they sent me this designer paper pack with these beautiful, beautiful florals, and I'm not going to pull them all out because I'm going to be making 3 cards today. And since this is a hop, I want to make sure that everybody gets, kind of a fair amount of time and you go visit them too. So I've got both of these T0161 and T10160, and then I've got this paper pack PP0035 with this beautiful kind of rainbow wood, and then I've got these lovely foils. So we're going to be using every bit of this for 3 very different cards. So I'm going to start out with my foiling, and here I've got a piece of toner. This is the gold toner paper from Crafty Critta. You could use any color toner paper. It's just what I had handy, and so I grabbed it because it's not a super huge piece. It's basically a scrap. And I'm going to foil that all over with this silver because I want to use this as a matte layer. So I'll go ahead and cut off my foil, and I'll run this through my mini mink here. Let's get everything set aside. And I've got here my little folder, which is a hot mess. You can tell I use my things. And I'm going to grab a Swiffer cloth here and clean that off in a minute. I almost forgot, and then I thought, you know what, I better. And guess what? I didn't. Whoops. That's okay. It still turns out just fine. Or maybe I did, and it just went so fast I didn't notice. Doing a voiceover, a couple of days later. So just a reminder, this is a hop, and I do have a hop playlist listed in the description box below. All you need to do is click that, and it'll take you to the hop playlist, and you can watch all the hoppers all in a row. So that's cool, and this is a giveaway hop, so there's an entry form listed in the description box down below, and you can fill that out on each stop in the hop. Okay, I've got everything foiled that I want to foil, so I'm going to start with my first card, and this has that fancy wood, and this is card sketch 15, and I'm just going to use one of the corners. I have all of them, but I'm just going to use one for this demo, and I have matted it on some black cardstock, and this couldn't be any easier, friends. Just lay that down and lay down your little... And I heat emboss this with some gold embossing powder. And I'm going to pop it up on one of these circles here because I may want to tuck something underneath it later on. I don't know. For now, we're keeping it simple. And that's how easy that sketch is. Like, unbelievably easy. And here we're doing sketch 13. And there are my foiled pieces. And I changed my mind a lot in this, and that's okay. But I'm going to go ahead and glue this piece down. And I don't know what the heck I'm doing yet. I'm trying to decide what color card base I'm doing. So I want to do this one kind of colorful to match up with the little sentiment that I made. And I just used some washi tape and some stickers that I had to create that. So I'm creating the long portion here, and I'm going to go ahead and stick that down with some of this tapey stuff because I don't want any funny lines in there. And I'm just kind of eyeballing how it goes. I'm sure there's an actual measurement. And notice I only put glue under one portion of it so that I can tuck this other piece under. So I've got the 2 foiled pieces from the 2 different foil art packs. And then I can place this down. You see, I see it on the white, and I put it down there, and I decide I don't like it on the white. But we'll see that in a minute. Let me go ahead and trim off this excess. I'm auditioning it. Nah, not loving the white. Okay, I'm going to pull that off, and I'm going to put it down on some black. That's what we do as card makers, change our mind. So I'll go ahead and trim down the piece the way it's supposed to be trimmed. So if you don't know about Crafty Critta, they are a company out of Australia. So if you are in Australia, you're in luck. But you can purchase their things from anywhere in the world. And they sell foil art, papers. Let's see. They have a foiling machine, the best made. They have dyes and stamps and inks. They have all kinds of goodies. So I decide here on this that I want some more color. And because this is such a cool paper, you can actually ink blend right over top of your foil. And so that's what I'm doing. And I just kind of want this to be a more whimsical card. So we've got kind of an elegant, we've got a whimsical, and then we're doing kind of a shabby chic-ish. And I'm going to do this longer strip, 2 tones. So I think I'm coming in with Tropical Tango, either that or Remember Me. I know I'm using both. Yep, Tropical Tango. And then I'm going to come in at the bottom and blend up some Remember Me. And look how nicely this paper ink blends. In a perfect world, I would have ink blended it beforehand, but I wasn't sure I was even wanted that until I actually did it. And typically you can wipe off the excess ink off of there, but I forgot. That's just me. And I'm going to go ahead and pop this piece up. Eat the cake. And let's find a card base here to stick it on. And I'm going to do a really neon or a lime, a hot green, I don't know, light green. And you can't really see it, but when you open the card, you'll be able to see it. And so it'll coordinate with the card. And then I'll lay this piece down. And there's that one done. Now you can add embellishments too if you want to. And so I'm going to do the last card here. And I forget which sketch it is. I better pull it out here in a minute. But you'll recognize it. And it is listed on the intro. So I use that foiled piece as a matte layer. And then I'm going to lay this piece down. And then I fussy cut this from one of the other sheets of paper. And I do want to pop that up. So I'll go ahead and pop that up with some foam strips. And these are some low profile. I don't need it to be super tall. I just want just a tiny bit of dimension just so that it stands out from the layer beneath it, because it is a pattern paper layer. I love all the soft colors in this particular paper pack. Even though I'm known for bold and bright, I do love soft as well. And this is super sticky because I took the sticky off the back so I could bend it around. And that's okay. Okay. Now I can go ahead and stick that down. Now I have to decide, whoops, now I just went through and saw the sketch and don't know which sketch it is. I want to say it's sketch number 3. Oh my goodness. Well, I'll list it down below. Sorry about that. You know, sometimes we have to speed these things up so that, you know, I wanted to get 3 cards in. I wanted to make sure that our sponsor, our super sponsor, was well represented with everything that they sent. So sometimes I'll do that, sometimes I won't. This time I decided to do that. So in order to get 3 cards in, I had to speed a lot of things up. And I also fussy cut that little sort of, I don't know, it's not an iron cross, but kind of reminds me of one. And then I'm just using a really tiny sentiment. And that completes that sketch. I am going to put a little embellishment on top of there, and I think I'll put a pearl. Just right on top of that little bow situation there to kind of complete it. And then maybe I'll put some more pearls on there too. Yep, I think I might. Let's go for it. Let's get this all blinged out. Well, softly blinged out, I should say. Could also put like silver to pull in the silver from the foil. But that foil's got little tiny hearts in it. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, it's full of hearts, which is super cool. Okay, there's that one done. Imagine that. So we've got, let's pull everything out here. This is sketch 15, basically 15 through 18, because you make 4 of them. And this isn't on a card base yet. Sometimes I don't put them on a card base, but I use this designer pack here. And then we've got our second card that we made. And I used 2 of the foil art packs, 1 from each. And then I used the Gold Stars foil. And then for this one, I used the designer paper pack. And I used the Silver Hearts foil. Heart Silver foil. Okay, we'll get that straight. So there's all 3 cards. I've got this extra little rose. I kind of want to do something with it. Let me see. I don't want it sticking out that far. Maybe I'll trim it off and then stick it in there. You know, I did all the trouble of fussy cutting that, and if I don't do something with it now and I try and put it away for later, I'm one of those people who puts things away for later and never finds them again. So we'll just get this one. Let me think. Meeny, miny, mo, where do I want you to go? Yeah, right there. That kind of helps round out the card. There it is up close for you. That was fun. So I hope you liked this video. If you do, please leave me a thumbs up and leave a comment in the comment section down below. I do have some still photos of all 3 cards here at the end, and where, you know, how I completed and embellished them, so that you could kind of take a better look. Thanks so much. I hope you have an awesome day. Take care. Bye-bye.